Hello, it's me, Nate Jackson, the Criterion guy, here for another review, another Criterion Collection review. Welcome one and all to Dead Ringers. They look the same. It's Dead Ringers. They could look the same. You have no idea how long I would have had this sooner, but you have no idea how long I tried to get some kind of thing where I could do like a split screen interview, like, where I have two of me reviewing it at the same time, but then I realized, that, one Nate reviewing these movies is bad enough already, so leave it well enough alone. So anyway, Dead Ringers, David Cronenberg. This is number 21. We at number 21 now. We are making progress. And this one, not have much to say about this one. It's about these two twins, Beverly and Elliot Mantle, and they kind of like have, they're twins. They share the same kind of bloodstream, and they like live together, but like they live in the same apartment, and they manipulate women because women can't tell them apart. Like, because one of them, Beverly's like really shy and quiet and timid and all that. Well, Elliot is the more like open brother, is more like laid back and chill and easier to talk to and all that. So I guess to get women, Elliot seduces them, and Beverly has sex with them, which I think is brilliantly crazy. But there you go. But whatever, So basically, but it all kind of falls apart when they meet this actress. What is her name? Claire Niveau, this French actress, who Beverly falls in love with, and he can't like. It's like, but it kind of like she comes between them because Elliot doesn't like her, and it's kind of like and I guess they played that joke on her, and she gets wise, and so she confronts them both, and from then on their relationship's really strained, and Beverly, on the meanwhile, becomes obsessed with her, and when she leaves to do a film, he becomes convinced that her gay assistant is, having sex with her, and he ends up overdosing on drugs and stuff like that, and just becoming mentally unstable, and Elliot has to take care of him and shut him off, but at the same time he has to take his drugs so that he can be Beverly, and then it just goes back and forth so much that you kind of lose track of who's who, and toward the end, Elliot becomes so hooked on the drugs that Beverly has to take care of him, and drunk and strung out on drugs. There's that term again, strung out, from Sid Nancy last review. Elliot asks Beverly to kill him on an operating table using these tools. They're both gynecologists, by the way. I guess it's hard. It's a kind of confusing plot. And that's like my only really gripe, is that it just got so confusing at parts, and Jeremy Irons is such a weird actor already that he's just kind of like, he's one of those actors that he doesn't talk very loud, so it's really hard to tell what you're saying, that you end up putting on subtitles, and even subtitles don't work because what he's saying is confusing as hell. So you've got a bunch of factors playing in and all that. So anyway, the movie pretty much ends with Beverly killing Elliot and not realizing what had happened until the morning after, when he dies and he passes out, and he calls, and toward the end of the last scene is him calling Claire and asking her calling her and not saying anything, but she just says, "Hello, who is this?" And it kind of hits you. That's that line that kind of hits you, because even he doesn't know who he is. So he just hangs up the phone and runs back, and I guess kills himself, and and just lies in Elliot's dying arms or something like that. There's this shot, a really complex shot of them laying together, and that's the thing. That's the main huge like big whoa thing in the moment is that Jeremy Irons plays both characters. So there's a lot of split screen going on, but it's friggin' brilliant. I mean, you can't tell. This movie was in 1988. This was some trippy stuff. David Cronenberg perfected this. I mean, you don't see any lines, any shadowing. He made it bloody perfect. There are no like giveaways. There's a scene where the camera like starts off from kind of far away and it zooms in on the two twins, talking to each other, and it's like they had to position the camera, in the exact same spot, and God, it's just brilliant, 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 brilliant. So I was just aghast, of course there were certain things they couldn't do, like toward the beginning they hugged each other after one of them won an award, and they had to cut to just right before they touched each other. They had to cut to just a back shot of one of the brothers and the face of the other. I was like, oh, they're gonna pull it off. I go, no. But yeah, still, it was a really creepy movie. It was very psychotic and get you thinking about the closeness of brothers and all that, and just when you have a situation where two people can't tell you apart, where you have two people that people can't tell you apart from your twin, it's like, what can you do with this power? It really gets you thinking about that. My brother and I, we look totally different, so it's like we couldn't pull that off. Well, that's because we're not twins, but whatever. Yeah, it's a freaky deaky one. It's definitely a watch. Definitely a watch. And that's all I got. That's really all I got to say about this one. This one's gonna be shorter than the last. I give it a B plus because, like I said, it's just a little confusing at parts, but overall it was a really good story. And David Cronenberg, like I said, did a kick-ass job with the split screen. And Jeremy Irons is really trippy. I haven't cared much for him for movies like Damage and Lolita. He just seems like a pervy old man, from all those movies. But in this movie, it was before both of them, and so I can respect his acting in this one a little bit, So there you go. So yeah, B plus. As far as the supplements go, Criterion. This isn't the Criterion edition. So they did have a featurette and a trailer, which are on the Criterion edition, which I watched. They're just little featurettes that were made for the original, for back in the movies, like I guess made for TV maybe, and they're just kind of interesting little interviews with Jeremy Irons and David Cronenberg. And yeah, that's just that. And then there's I think some drawings of like the opening sequence and some of the weird medical tools that are shown. Nothing too fancy. They do have some shots of like the twinning sequences, as they like some behind the scenes shots, which I wish they could have included on here, but whatever. That's on them. I wish I could get the Criterion edition for just those versions, just those scenes. But there you go. So I'm not going to worry about the supplements too much. It doesn't look like there's anything filmy, nothing too fascinating. Too, gotta see it. And there you go. We'll keep it at that. So thanks for watching. B plus again. Next one's Summertime, number 22. That will be coming either Sunday or Monday. It's probably Sunday. So I think Summertime will do Summertime Sunday because it's just the movie. It's just the movie and the trailer. No long ass supplements. And then after that, probably Monday we'll do RoboCop, and after that I think is High and Low or Alphaville. I don't remember. They're not in the library yet, but yeah. So next two will be this weekend: Summertime and RoboCop. So check back Sunday for Summertime, not RoboCop. I just want to see RoboCop before because I've heard a lot about it and all that. So. And there we go again with Criterion taking chances with later films. I think it's awesome. Why can't they do that now? Why are they releasing bullshit movies like Blue is the Warmest Color and other bullshit? French films and foreign films, and they go French. I'm white and I'm Criterion French. Anyway, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for Sunday. We'll see you Sunday for summertime. And on that note, goodbye.